Hey friends, thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Sonia and this is Majestical Plants. A lot of people have been asking what my substrate of preference is, and I decided to just pop in and give you a short tutorial or just to show you what I do. If you use this, please let me know. Let me know how it goes for you. Add to the comments what you use to propagate. In the past, I did use several other substrates, but I found that this one, my roots are healthier and stronger, and my plants root better and faster. Most importantly, very fast. So let me know what you use. Let me know what other video you would like me to record for you, and I will see you in the next one. Have a blessed day. We are going to propagate several of my mama cuttings. I decided to record this video just in case there were some of you were just curious of how I propagate my Hoyas. Yesterday I went around and I started chopping. I have, for example, here a Silowessiana, and she was getting extremely big. So I cut four nodes. This one has 2 leaves. We have 2 with 2 leaves. She was about to get, or she is getting some sort of sun stress, and 2 with 1 leaf node. So we're going to propagate those. We are also going to propagate, if we really wanted to, we can even cut this even to a smaller 2 node cutting, but I decided not to. We're going to keep her this way. That's a chicken farm. Same with this one. We're going to propagate 2 nodes, 2 leaf cuttings of the chicken farm. We also have the Snow Queen. That's a very nice cutting right there. This one is too. There's another Snow Queen that we are going to propagate. And I see another one here. This is a tiny one. Maybe it will survive. It has 1, 2, 3 nodes. And there is a tiny leaf that is emerging. She probably will not survive. But yes, we have those. We also have my Lisa, Australis Lisa. I believe I had 2 of her. Yes, here we go. The Australis Lisa will be propagated. We have several cuttings of my Curtisii. And here she is. Actually I did. I did propagate a piece that had fallen at some point, and she did very well. She just needs to be in a humid environment. I also cut my Numeroloides. That one's a tricky one. We have 3 pieces of my Numeroloides. That will make a nice little pot. The Wayerii was getting extremely long, so I cut her up as well. A nice little pot as well. And then my Dischidia green apple. That's how she was sold. I am confident that is not the scientific name, but she was sold to me as the Dischidia green apple. And then this one, oh, this is the teardrop. That I am going to propagate as well. So in order to propagate, what I like to do is I have a mixture of perlite and fluval. And the perlite that I use is Mother Earth. Unfortunately, all they had was size 4, but I prefer the size 3. But these are, I can just chop them up, or they break easily, so it's not a big issue. So I tend to just put maybe 2 handfuls in there. I'm going to try and take out all the huge pieces. Let me show you what I have. These are huge. I'm going to remove them because I like to use this tiny size. Can you see those? That's the kind of size that I like on my substrate. And the size that came in that bag, size 4, you can see the comparison. Extremely big. But again, they're easy to break. And I do like the fact that it's not powdery like the Miracle Grow, I believe. It's the one that you buy at Walmart. This one is not powdery, so that is fantastic. And then here's my Fluval. And hopefully everyone has seen what Fluval is. Let me see if I can pour it in this cup, this transparent cup. That way I can show you. And to my understanding, this is used in fish tanks. But I received some cuttings in this kind of substrate, and I wasn't sure what it was, and I investigated, and I bought a bag through Amazon. The bag, I believe, was $29. Kind of pricey, but I wanted to give it a try, and I am in love with it. At the beginning of my journey, I propagated most of my cuttings in perlite and water. Unfortunately, I noticed that my cuttings were getting too dry too quickly, quicker than I can stay on top of, and I lost a lot of my propagation. But let me show you what it looks like. I love it. It looks so, I don't know, delicious. Not delicious in the sense that I'm going to eat it, but it looks so, I love the contrast of the black and the white. All right, so that's what I do for my substrate. Make sure I mix it well. Let me show you. That's it. And here are all my cuttings. So I am going to put all my Silowessiana together. That way I can save some space. I believe I said I had 4. Uh-oh. And I will pin them after I water them. Some of them are short. There they go. Oh, I have to pin them now before. There we go. So that's what it looks like. My 4 cuttings of the Silowessiana. Let me see if I can find my pins. One second. I have a little basket that I purchased at Dollar Tree. And I have a lot of my pins there. Oh, that's not a good leaf. That's a fungi. There we go. We're gonna pin this one that keeps falling off. Maybe this other one here. But once I water it, it should be good. Okay, let's go with the next one. Let's try and do the biggest leaf, which is the Snow Queen. These clear pots, kind of flimsy. I got them from Temu, I believe. Very inexpensive, and they're great for propagation. Here is the Snow Queen. Here we go. Oh, you see my stem? Maybe I should get different cups because, yeah. Let's get some different cups. Okay, we're gonna use these shot cups, and they are 3 ounces. And I bought these from Amazon. And these hopefully will work. The only concern I have is because of these heavy leaves. So hopefully let's hope they do work. Here they are again. Being that these perlites are so big, we might only have to add one. Let's see if the other one fits. That's much better. I didn't add holes to it. I usually do, but this time I did not, because what I intend to do is make sure that the fluval stays moist. You do want to make sure it doesn't dry. It retains moisture, it retains water much better than soil. And it gives me 2 or 3 extra days of not watering when I have my grandkids here. I don't get to come to the greenhouse as much. Because when I do have my grandkids here, I tend not to come to the greenhouse because they they want to water all my plants. They see my water jug and the first thing they do is ask to water my plants. They want to help. And I love the fact that they are into plants, but I don't want my poor Hoyas to suffer. There's my chicken farm, and I have to admit, I do like the smaller cups more. Yesterday, they were here. They were here for the whole weekend. I mentioned in one of my previous videos that my daughter is a nurse, and when she is on call, oh, this is the Snow Queen. Oh, let's just put her here by herself. Let's see if, oh, nice. She has her own little cup. So yes, when she's on call, I keep the babies because the dad travels. He's in Ohio at the moment working. He's an electrician and he travels. So she relies 100% on mom to care for the boys. And I don't mind. I love my grandsons. It's just, I'm getting, as someone said, I'm not getting old. I am getting older. I'm just getting older, and here's the Australis Lisa, and I was able to put them both in 1 cup. So hopefully they will root up quickly. So yes, I was saying about my grandchildren and how I tend not to come to the greenhouse a lot because they do want to overwater my plants. Oh, I was saying that yesterday we were planting some seeds. We planted tomatoes and green beans and snow peas and peppers, and they had so much fun. Half of, I would say 75% of the soil that I had purchased, which was the starting soil for seedlings, most of that was in their pans, in their shoes, on their head. It was all over. But they had a great experience of planting, and they came back today asking if the plant had grown. So here's the Dashidia apple. And I might have to put a pin on that one because it is kind of flimsy. Do you see how the perlite is doing its job? So I found some more strawberry clips, I believe they're called. And I'm going to pin them down because they are not stable enough to stay in there by themselves. So let's pin them. Let's take some of these big perlites out of here. Right, much better. So I was saying the perlite is doing exactly what we want it to do, which is give them some pockets of air. And again, because I didn't drill a hole or I didn't iron a hole to the cups, I need those pockets of air so my roots can breathe. All right, let's continue. We have a few more to go. Let's do the teardrop. Here's a teardrop, and she is a beautiful one. I showed you in one of my previous videos, I believe it was on the first green tour video, the mama plant, which is not very big. She had this very long tendril with a couple of leaves, and the inner nodes were very spaced out. So I decided to cut them and try and propagate them, and I did successfully. It propagated. So from that propagation, now that it has roots, I decided to cut this other portion that was the top cut, and we're going to try and propagate it. Look at how beautiful. That was the teardrop. We have the Wyetii. Let's see if I can put all these babies together. And the stem on these are very thin, very delicate. So hopefully I can pin them all together in here. This one's going to be a tricky one. I love my Wyetii. I have two large baskets that I bought at a big box store. Here, let me pin them now, because if not, we're going to continue to battle. All right, that one's pinned. And I've been seeing them more and more often, and I love them so much. I want to buy them all. But then I remember, girl, what are you going to do with your life? You have too many plants. And my husband, he's all for them. He He loves what I do. He loves looking at the plants, and you know, if I go on vacation to see my other daughter who lives in New York, he will tell me, "Don't worry, I'll take care of them. Just tell me what to do. Leave me a note." Or he actually said, "Leave a tape on the ones I have to water." So he really is enjoying this one's. This one keeps falling off. Oh my. He's the one that's actually pushing me to open my business. Um, he has this great idea, which I'm not going to say yet, but he's giving me ideas and names for the business. There's the Wyetii. I finally was able to pin her down. Look at those new leaves. Hopefully, they will continue to grow. So yeah, he is very encouraging. Even when I went to school, he's always very supportive. He wanted me to finish school. He stayed with the babies until I finished my degree. And really wants me to do well. And he's such a people person. He goes to my plant swaps and he just loves talking to people. Sometimes I have to push him back. I'm like, they're not here to talk. Let them go. And, you know, and people know him. They know him because he's so friendly and engaging. All right, that's my numeroloides. Something similar. She's a difficult one to pronounce. Actually, let me ask you, which Hoya name is it difficult for you to pronounce? This one is one of them, definitely. Numeroloides. And I don't think I'm saying that right. It doesn't sound right to me. Oh, I'm sorry. Was I out of the frame? Here is the nume. Let's call her the numeral. What do you think? Is that an easier name? All right. We are on our last Hoya, the Curtisii, and I also have two big pots of her from a big box store. Don't remember which one. But she is very easygoing. Never is giving me any issues. This one I think is a little dehydrated. Can you notice there? They're kind of wrinkly. So hopefully she'll do well in the substrate. I think she will because Fluval tends to stay pretty moist. So I think she'll do okay. I pinned her down this way. Hopefully, I don't know what to do with her. Let me see if I can try and pin her again and add more Fluval on top to kind of pin her down. It holds moisture for very long compared to Perlite and sphagnum moss. I really do enjoy this substrate. I'm moving it around to see if any of them falls. Yeah, I just see one that's not pinned down. So let me get another strawberry. I think these are called strawberry hook. There's another one. Oh my, this one's gonna have a lot of these little tiny. There's another one. I could pin two at the same time. Okay, I think that works. There you go. Much better. It feels more secure. So yeah, that's the substrate I use. So let me show you the plants we propagated today. Curtisii, the teardrop, Boyedii. Isn't she cute? I think I like. That's like my favorite one. The numeral. The numeral. Oh my gosh. And let me show you these here. We have the Australis Lisa. The Chicken Farm. The Dischidia. Dischidias are becoming one of my most genuses after Hoyas, obviously, that I've been purchasing lately. And two of my Snow Queens. And then the Sulawesiana, which I am going to add some more substrate to that. I feel like I didn't add too much on it. There we go. And because those holes on the bottom, maybe I can add this one opposite to the holes. I don't know. So that's the Sulawesiana. We're going to put them all back in here and water them. I usually put my propagations in a bin for humidity and warmth, but it is spring. But I don't think we're going to need it in the greenhouse because it is very sunny and warm in here. So I am going to keep them in this tray. I am going to water them. Here we go. Let me see what I'm doing. Keep them water and see what else I can propagate. I have 4 more plant swaps coming soon, and I want to make sure I am ready for that. Making sure I root all my cuttings before I sell them. Well, friends, this is how I do my propagations. I wanted to record this video for a little bit now. I've been saying that I was going to show you how I propagated my Hoyas and what substrate I used. I finally got around to it. I apologize if you were waiting for this. I was just extremely busy. Just finished my greenhouse tour part 4. That was the last one to this greenhouse. If you have not seen it, I highly recommend that you do see it. There's a lot of beauties in here that I am totally in love with. And from all these mama plants is where I'm getting a lot of my propagations. Again, I use preferably number 3 Perlite and my Fluval, which I buy from Amazon. Let me show you some other propagations that I did do a few days ago. Here we go. Here is a green Australis. Here's a Bella. There's a Bella, which I need to pop back in here. Here is a Thomsonii. And this one, Susie Q. I just did that one yesterday. These were also yesterday because I realized that my plant was looking so sad. And I had to chop her up completely. And I'm propagating her. I'm rerooting her. Hopefully she will do well. Here's some more. But if you know the Microphylla latifolia, she is very pretty, but finicky. Some days she does well, some days she doesn't. All right, my friends, that is it. Look at this beautiful leaf over here. A dinner plate latifolia. That is it for today. Leave me a comment, please. Tell me what you want to see next so I can start working on that. Have a blessed day. I will see you soon.